It's been a little bit since I've done an extremely hard, goofy Madden challenge. So we're gonna be bringing it back with one of the hardest challenges I've been suggested recently, where we have to build a team with only day 3 picks. We can't trade back our better picks, they just got deleted. And this is especially hard in Madden, because at least in my opinion, it's harder to find late round steals in Madden draft classes compared to real life, depending on the position. So this is gonna be very tough, and I usually set the goal of trying to build the highest overall team in the league by the end of a rebuild, but this is gonna be a legitimate struggle. So we are gonna have to see if we can do that. Oh yeah, and one last thing. We are gonna be starting this with a fantasy draft, and I am obviously only allowed to take players who were drafted on day 3 in real life. So we're not even gonna have the luxury of starting with the Ravens' actual team. But all right, I'm excited to get into this. So super quick, you know what? I actually have a fun idea. So let's see. If this video can get to 2,000 likes, which we've been hitting recently, it'll let me know y'all want to see basically this same thing again, but I start with no team. The classic team of no players like I like doing, but I can only use day 3 picks and sign undrafted players, which might be too hard. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to hit 100K, you know, new year, new goal. Trying to hit 100K in 2025, that would be fun. So if you like rebuilds, that's all I do. But anyways, let me know in the comments if you have any fun challenge ideas, because I'll give you a shout out if I use your suggestion. But let's finally get into this. Enough yapping. And I'm not going to show every pick of the fantasy draft, obviously, but these first few could be pretty important. Now, I'm actually going into this with an interesting strategy. There are certain positions in Madden drafts where once you get past the first couple rounds, it is almost impossible to find a good player. Those two positions being quarterback, and edge. So if anything, we should think about those two positions in the fantasy draft. Ooh, and I'm already looking at a good one. All right, well, I think this is a pretty easy decision here. First pick, just to be sure. Yep, Max Crosby, 4th round pick, easy. But round 2, already some of the quarterbacks I was thinking about are gone. The main one was Brock Purdy. I would have taken him, but I think we'll be fine taking a bad QB and trying to develop him. Another position I'm worried about is running back. And I mean, I think Aaron Jones was a 5th round pick, but he's already 29, so I'm good. And I think the next highest overall player we can take is Deron Bland. Underrated corner for the Cowboys. I know the Cowboys aren't great, but underrated. But you know what? I think I'm gonna finish off the picks I'm gonna show with maybe a couple of bold ones here. I'm gonna pick a tackle, Zach Tom, been really good for the Packers. He's a player that does well in simulation, and I always like signing him when he becomes available. And then round 4, unless he's gone, which he might be, which by the way, Derrick Henry's still here. Okay, no, he is still here. Chuba Hubbard, I don't know how he's gonna do in simulation, but has been very good for the Panthers. And I feel more comfortable taking him than a Madden generated running back, because they never do well. Unless they start as like an 84 overall, which we're not gonna find day 3. And that's about all the good players, so let's get to the end of this and we will see what the team is looking like heading into this. But okay, here is a look at the team after the draft. It is, honestly, I don't know if it's not really better or worse than I expected. I just expected a 78 overall, and that's exactly what we are. The only problem is we are very, very weak at some positions. And this team has like no dev traits. Madden just doesn't give dev traits to later round picks unless you're Max Crosby, I guess, but that's obvious. So that's another thing we're gonna have to overcome, at least with this starting team. But our quarterback for this first year is gonna be Spencer Rattler. Now, I mean, there's a chance he does well, and if he does, A, I mean, that would be really cool, and B, it would save us a lot of, you know, struggling to have to find a QB, but we'll see. I mean, we also have Jordan Travis, but I feel like I've used him in rebuilds like this before, so I don't wanna. But all right, we'll have to see how this team does. I'm not expecting a lot, obviously. We're probably the worst roster in the league, but hopefully we can get the number 1 pick, or I guess the first 4th round pick. That's our number 1 overall pick. But all right, let's see how this team does. Okay, we end up going 3-14. That's fair. I'm honestly surprised we weren't good. Not that we should have been, but I know how simulation works in this game. Okay, I think I found our problem. At least one of them. Spencer Rattler was horrible. I mean, to be fair, his O-line was also bad, but he did really bad. Chuba Hubbard was good though. Khalil Shakir and AJ Barner. Ooh, really good year from him. You know, I don't think that Zach Tom should have been our worst lineman, being our highest overall by a lot, but sure. And then, did we get any pressure? Nick Herbig was our leading sack getter over Max Crosby. Max Crosby only had 5.5 sacks. I don't understand this game, but sure. But all right, of course, now former Raven, Lamar Jackson wins MVP for the Seahawks. That's fun. Derrick Henry for the Chargers up there for MVP. Wasn't he available in like round 5 or 4? I don't know. Christian Kirk and Curtis Samuel win Offensive Player of the Years. Look at the top 3 for the NFC. Curtis Samuel, Cedric Wilson, and Tim Patrick. What am I looking at? All right, I just wanted to check. Did we have anyone for any of these? AJ Barner all the way down at 7 with 850 yards. I guess there probably were a lot of rookies playing, but still. And then Leonard Taylor at 6 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Tariq still at number 9. But that was an interesting first year. It went poorly, but not in the way that I thought it would. That was something. But all right, let's get into the good part. Let's get into the offseason. Obviously, we're not going to do much in free agency. I mean, I guess we could. It's not like we have all the best day 3 picks. We'll see. Also, the Seahawks destroyed the Titans 31-7 in the Super Bowl. That's interesting. But unfortunately, we already have to re-sign Zach Tom, but maybe we don't. I don't know. This isn't even a pass-heavy offense, but he does re-sign. I'm moving him back to right tackle. I'm not putting him at left again. And then Juwan Jennings, he doesn't re-sign. I'll just tag him. Who cares? And then everyone else is just depth, so I think I'll let them go. But let's see if there is anyone in free agency. I mean, I guess there also could be some guys that were day 3 picks that just developed for the teams they got picked by here. I don't know. Okay, not really. Ooh, Tommy Eichenberg got star dev. I mean, sure. He's not really that cheap, though. I'm not really worried about off-ball linebacker. Ooh, Ketan Oladapo developed. I mean, he might play. That would be kind of fun. So, very exciting free agent class, definitely. He doesn't even sign with us. All right, let's get to the draft. But, okay, in the draft, I just realized I gave the Super Bowl winning Seahawks the number 1 overall pick. That's fun. Oh, well. I'm down for a Seahawks dynasty for a change, but we'll just get straight to the 4th round, and we should probably trade this pick back, unless there's somebody here that's like unpassable. Is that even a word? I don't know. Ooh, there might be. Hold on. Dylan Briscoe, 1st to 2nd round talent. We might be able to wait to pick him, but I don't know if we should risk that necessarily. Maybe we should just take him. I mean, why not? And then, okay, I think my focus scouts already got picked. Or no, it was a defensive tackle, Deontay Cook, Quincy Cheeks, who is Cheeks, unlucky. And then, okay, the linebacker got taken. Ooh, Chris Cooper looks pretty good though. And Kazim Silver, maybe. But we don't really need a middle linebacker. We do need several offensive linemen though, so that's probably what we should do. I mean, there are probably good receivers here too. Deontay Hobson. And, you know, I can also sign UDFAs. I feel like that's a fair rule. Oh yeah, no, wait, I didn't focus scout a middle linebacker. I focus scouted a QB who sucks, so that's cool. Yeah, getting a quarterback is gonna be tough here. But all right, let's just go with Briscoe. Dylan Briscoe out of Georgia. Georgia lineman, sounds good to me. I knew our first pick was gonna be a lineman though. That was the obvious choice. That's like the position that lasts the longest with good players. Oh, we should also look for a blocking tight end. Let's see, there's Hoskins and Nails. Hoskins is 2 years younger though, so we'll probably take him. Also, Doug Harris might be decent. Actually, I don't know. I see the A to C awareness and I'm kind of intrigued. That's what I always look for. We could go Nick Wallace here. We could take another lineman, which we maybe should. I know that's kind of boring, but that was, other than QB, that was probably our weakest position. Okay, if we play this right, Wallace here, hopefully Hoskins round, I mean, this dude's projected to go 427. He's not even close to projected to get drafted. Him round 6, and then maybe Hobson round 7? Maybe. Let's go with Wallace, though. Good player, hidden dev. Oh, and the receiver's already gone, so Caleb Hoskins, probably not that good. Yeah, he's only 102, which is decent, but hidden dev, I think we're gonna start him. Y'all already know what I'm hoping for there in terms of dev trait. And then our final pick, I said I was gonna trade down, but I mean, we didn't really need to. Ooh, whoa. Daniel Jenkins. Hold on, I might have found something here just looking. Okay, the only thing that throws me off is he's a deep threat with only C deep route. He has weird ratings. He has A spec catch, but he has B release, B catch in traffic, and then 4.24 speed. I don't know if he's great, but he looks great. He's all right, ranked 141, only normal dev, really? And it's the 7th round, who cares? We did pretty well. So yeah, hey, I mean, for only having 4th round picks and later, 75 overall, 74, 72, 71. We'll take it. And 3 for 4 on hidden dev. We went all offense, which I feel like your defense can just randomly do well more than your offense in simulation, so I'm hoping that'll happen. Plus our defense is better, so I feel the need to fix the offense. Well, I should have took Deontay Hobson at some point. He's a 77 overall. I was looking, is there anyone I missed? Yeah, there's one. I mean, it's not the end of the world. He only has normal dev, but I could tell. I didn't know he would be that good, though. But other than that, we didn't really miss out on much. Javier McDowell, we didn't need a running back. Ooh, Mac O'Neal, there was a good middle linebacker, or off-ball linebacker, but we didn't need him. Another one, and another, and another, and another. So, yeah, for what we needed other than Hobson, that was pretty much perfect. But okay, heading into year 2, we're looking better, maybe. We're up to an 81 at least, and I guess I should have shown me signing him, but we are gonna start undrafted quarterback Alex Smith for this year. He's reincarnated, I guess. Looks a lot like him, definitely. So yeah, we'll see how Alex Smith does. Believe it or not, I don't think a 64 overall quarterback is gonna do great, but neither was Spencer Rattler, so we'll see what happens until we can, draft a QB. Or, I mean, maybe Brock Purdy becomes available. I don't know. Oh yeah, and also on defense, we gained a few dev traits. Herbig, Williams, the other Williams, and Chris Abrams-Drain all got star devs, so that's cool. And AJ Barner, but I think I'll just start Hoskins because he could have a really good dev trait. We'll see. I know Barner was really good last year, so it's weird to replace him, but we're gambling on extreme upside here. But all right, let's get to the mid-season point and we'll see how we're doing. But okay, we are 1-6 at the mid-season. Still trying to get things right here, I guess. Oh yeah, and I kind of spaced out and just re-signed players. We weren't able to get AJ Barner or Ivan Pace back yet, but we should be able to. But the problem this year is pretty much the same. Alex Smith sucks. Not that that's a surprise, but the surprise is Zach Tom also sucks again. I don't know what to do about that. Our one actual good lineman is our worst. I guess we also have Trey Smith, but still. Our best lineman is actually our worst. I guess that's what I get for saying he's good in Madden. But let's get to the end of the year once again. I mean, looking at the Vikings here, they're an 83. We're an 83. They're at least 3-3. We have 11 offensive points per game. That's tough. All right, let's get to the end of the year. We'll see how we end up doing. Again, this should be a hard challenge, but the reasons it's hard are kind of stupid, or at least one of the reasons being Zach Tom. But okay, we end up going 6-11. That's not awful. Did we like slightly improve in the second half of the year? Ooh, the Steelers won the AFC North at 8-9. That's fun. But our defense was actually good. Again, I've seen people saying in the comments to use the Ravens defensive playbook, and I might believe them, to be honest. They might be on to something, but Alex Smith, wait, what? 14 touchdowns, 26 interceptions. Spencer Rattler last year, 14 touchdowns, 26 interceptions. Interesting. Alex Smith was actually a little better, I guess better completion percentage, better yards per attempt, I think, slightly. And he got sacked a lot less, so I guess we'll keep Alex Smith until we can find a better QB. But Chuba Hubbard was solid. Khalil Shakir, 1,000 yards, and Hoskins with 800. Cool. Okay, Zach Tom ended up doing better in the second half of the year, was still terrible, but sure. Christian Mahogany fell off in the second half of the year, which is fair. He's like our lowest overall lineman, so whatever. Also, I think he might be a subscriber of the channel, so that's cool. He's commented on my videos before. I feel the need to bring that up anytime I see him. I just think it's interesting. But Pace, 115 tackles, TFL 17 for Pierce, and sacks. Okay, this defense is good. Max Crosby has 11.5 total sacks through the last 2 years. Real life 2023, 14.5. Cool. Both years here, he has had a lower sack total than any year in his career, but he had 2 interceptions. I mean, he's playing in coverage, but yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that, but Quincy Williams, 3 picks led the team, 2 for Crosby, Abrams, Drain, and Still, and then 1 for a few players. It's just been a weird start, but Joe Burrow wins MVP on the Eagles. Fun. Geno Smith on the Falcons. Probably gonna happen, and he's probably gonna do well there. Actually, I don't know. Probably not gonna happen. No, why would that happen? They have Michael Penix. No, ignore me. But Kenneth Walker wins AFC Offensive Player of the Year. No Ravens. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons with Zadarius Smith at number 2. That's someone I was thinking about taking. Maybe I should have. I mean, no, he probably would have sucked if we had him too. But Max Crosby at 10. I don't don't know how he's not doing better. But let's see. Hoskins at 7 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Wow, no Alex Smith. Crazy. Who would have guessed? I actually thought he would be up there at like 10 or something. But Defensive Rookie of the Year, anybody? Oh yeah, we didn't really draft any defensive rookies. So kind of a disappointing year in terms of like, again, the players that should have done well. But I was gonna say, at least we'll get a pretty good draft pick, but I guess we'll get a decently high 4th round pick. Can't wait. But in the Super Bowl, the Packers beat the Steelers 42-21, but we'll try to re-sign AJ Barner. I mean, we probably should. If he was interested, I would, but he's just not wanting to come back. I mean, I can't fully blame him, but we'll see if Pace wants to re-sign. He does, okay. And I mean, I'll go very player-friendly for Barner, I guess, even though that's an overpay. He takes it, cool. And then everyone else, I think we will let go because they're all just backups. Actually, I'll re-sign the punter. I feel like we should have a better kicker and punter because, like, every single one is taken day 3 or undrafted, but oh well. But okay, let's see if there are any decent free agents this year. No. Cool. Let's see, is there a QB we could sign? I mean, Aiden O'Connell was a 4th round pick, right? But like, I'm good. Desmond Ridder has star dev. I think he just has that for some reason. Yeah, I don't really see anyone I'm super excited to sign, believe it or not. Ooh, Dontavian Wicks. I mean, we'll see. He has a lot of offers and he's not interested, but none of his other offers are that good, so maybe. Oh, there's Offensive Player of the Year Curtis Samuel in here. I mean, he was what, a 2nd round pick? Or no, he was undrafted, but pick 23. What does that mean? No, he was a 2nd round pick. What do you mean? Drafted, undrafted, pick 23. See, I would understand if that said pick 40, which is what he was. I don't know. Sure, whatever. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Thanks, EA. Love it. But honestly, I really don't see anyone I want. A, because free agency just isn't good yet, but it should hopefully be later. But B, I don't know. There wasn't really a B. I don't know why I said A. It's just not a very good free agent class. But you know, on a positive note, Nick Wallace had superstar dev. That's cool. I didn't really expect him to, but we'll take it. But all right, let's get to the draft once again. And hopefully we can luck into a quarterback somehow, maybe. But okay, I'm kind of curious what pick we're gonna have in the 4th round. I guess I'll check. I still need to trade next year's picks away, but 104 is our first pick. Honestly, I don't really see as many good players this year. There are projected 1st round QBs still left. Hold on. We might have to take one of these guys. I mean, they're probably not great because they didn't get taken, but Jonathan Dent has some actually okay throwing stats. I mean, he's not the most accurate, but on the run, under pressure, break sack, all A's. In elite throw power, oh, this guy might not even be horrible. I mean, I'm sure there's something I'm missing, but we'll see. Dennis Hurst doesn't look quite as good, and he's older. And then Jeremy McLeod, also not great. But Dent's interesting. I focus scouted some QBs down here, but none of them are obviously good. So I think, unless there's someone that's super obviously good, Garland looks pretty good. We'll probably take him if he's still left. But let's go with Jonathan Dent. Again, there's some reason he's still here. Like, he doesn't look amazing if we're talking, you know, first couple rounds, but I don't know. He has some ratings. Hey, he's draftable. Ranked 116, took him at 104. I am more than okay with that. Apparently, I got disconnected. Cool. I wish he had a dev trait, but I didn't really expect him to be fair. But okay, round 5, I might trade down here. I do not see anyone else that looks even decent. Okay, yeah, I think I'll trade this down for just a bunch of picks next year. Not a bunch, but some. I don't know, the Bills have 2/5. Sure, that's probably about fair. I don't know, let's go with Nick Rose. Oh, he ran a 4.38. He has great speed, but only solid acceleration. He does have elite change of direction, though. A short route, but that's about the only good thing about him. So he's not going to be like the 77 overall we saw last year, but he's okay. Ranked 120. Ooh, he does have hidden dev, though. Ooh, I mean, he's going to start. Wait, did I completely blank on something? I'm just realizing now. I forgot to even see if he signed. Oh, he must not have signed. Wait, who are we even going for? I already forgot. Oh, yeah, it was Dontavian Wicks. I mean, whatever. We got someone who will probably be as good soon and is a lot cheaper, so who cares? And then last pick, I don't know, blocking tight end, Jarius Moses, sure, we'll take it. Obviously hidden dev, cool. I feel like I'm gonna have the same draft every year where it's like O-lineman, tight end, I guess we didn't take a lineman this year, but O-line, tight end, receiver, and something else. But that's how we gotta do it, I guess. But okay, definitely not as good looking as last year, but we might have found a quarterback. Will he be great? I mean, hopefully, that's the plan, that's the goal, but we will see how he does. Again, not in the best situation, but I mean, we're not even that bad bad of a roster anymore. Like we saw at the midseason last year, we were the same overall as the Vikings. They had a decent record, so I don't know. We should be doing better. And then Nick Rose, only 72, but of course hidden dev, so he'll start. And then Jarius Moses is whatever, but maybe he'll have a good dev trait, probably X Factor for all I know. But all right, let's get into year 3. And this is the first year where we might have a chance of being decent to maybe even good. We'll see. But okay, here we are heading in to year 3. We're now up to an 84 overall, and we actually maybe have hope at the quarterback position. We'll see. I don't know if he was great throughout the preseason. I mean, I guess he didn't throw any picks, but actually he was pretty good. 70 completion percentage, good yards per attempt. We'll take that. Really, my only concern, other than maybe quarterback, is still the offensive line. I worry about Christian Mahogany because he barely developed, but also hopefully Zach Tom can finally do not even as well as he should, but at least as well as an NFL player should. Not 22 sacks in a year, 15 or whatever he had last year, or 13. Yeah, if anything's gonna drag the offense down, it's probably those two, unfortunately. But I feel good about the defense. I mean, still, we haven't gained many dev traits. It's still weird to see like an 89 overall with normal dev for Deron Bland, but other than that, hopefully our pass rush plays as well as it should, but either way, our defense has been good, so it doesn't matter too much. But still, it would be nice for Max Crosby to get more than 6.5 sacks. So we'll see. Again, I think we could be good this year if our offense is decent. If not, I might change the offensive playbook, because this isn't that bad of an offense on paper. Like, we have a 4 overall better offense than the Cowboys, better than the Colts, 4 overall better than the Browns, 3 better than the Bills. Like, this is actually a pretty decent offense. I know the quarterback position is... Quarterback and left tackle aren't two positions you want to be struggling with, maybe, but everything else is good. So we'll see. We've done pretty well so far, but let's get to the midseason point and we will see how we are doing. Okay, we are 4-3 at the midseason. Unfortunately, coming off of 2 losses back-to-back. I know we started at least 2-0. Oh, we immediately lost after I went to the midseason, but we're very streaky. 1-2, lost 1, 1-2, lost 2. What else is new in Madden? You're always streaky. I mean, they're short streaks, but still. Also, Mac Jones is the Dolphins quarterback, and it's a game of the week. That's crazy. But honestly, we might fall off and miss the playoffs in the second half of the year. Our stats really aren't that good. I mean, we're above average on both sides of the ball. We have the 12th best offense, at least for points, 15th defense, but we'll see. Hold on. Maybe we can save it. Let me check how the O-line's doing. Okay, Jonathan Dent, actually, no like mind-blowing stats, but only 2 picks thrown, so we'll take that. Oh, is Chuba Hubbard just kind of horrible now for no reason? Probably. Khalil Shakir's a monster so far, but Nick Wallace is our worst lineman? I didn't really expect that, but he allowed 2 sacks against the Bucks, and then he's allowed 1 in the last 2 weeks. I mean, he has superstar dev. I don't feel like we should bench him, because eventually he should be good. And we don't really have anyone to bench him for, so we'll just have to keep him, unfortunately. But, ooh, we do have some pretty important re-signings this year. Nick Herbig is the biggest one, I guess. He's been our better pass rusher between him and Max Crosby, which is... I mean, Nick Herbig's very underrated, but that's a little crazy, I guess. But we need Khalil Shakir back. He still hasn't gotten even star dev. Didn't he have 1,000 yards last year? Also, has a single player been interested in the team? It doesn't feel like it. Moro Jamo's probably replaceable, maybe. And then everyone else is backups for the most part. So we're still fine. Money obviously hasn't become an issue. It shouldn't by the end of this, because we're not going to have to pay a QB unless this goes really long. But all right, that's all there is for us to do here. So let's get to the end of the year. We'll just have to hope that we can do better. Or I mean, maybe 9-8 would be enough to make the playoffs. Probably not though. The Browns and Bengals are like right with us. So we're hoping for 10-7. Let's get to the end of the year and we'll see what happens. I want to win a Super Bowl by the end of this rebuild. I know that's a crazy goal for the challenge we're doing, but we'll see. But okay, we end up going 9-8 and we miss the playoffs. I knew we were going to go 9-8. I mean, that's why I said, you know, that's what we were on pace for. Our defense was really good, but our offense, especially our passing game, underperformed. You know what? I think it's time. Which do we want to go with? Which of the two should we use? Are we feeling Bengals or Bills? I feel like I've been using Bills, so let's go Bengals. Maybe that's, you know, wrong to do when I'm using the Ravens, but we'll go Bengals offense. We'll see what that does. I definitely want to be more pass heavy, especially if Chuba Hubbard isn't isn't going to do well. But let's check out our stats. These are super important. Jonathan Dent, almost 3,400 yards, 17 touchdowns, 8 picks. He wasn't sacked much at least, which is a very good sign. I mean, that's a quarterback stat in Madden. Kind of in real life too. Depends. Definitely depends. But in Madden especially, it is like 100% on the quarterback based on like traits or something. But hey, Chuba Hubbard actually bounced back pretty well. 800 yards, 4 per carry, 17 touchdowns. That's interesting. Also 10 for Dent. Ooh, this could help for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think he's going to win it, honestly, but we'll see. And whoa, almost 1,400 yards for Khalil Shakir, 9 touchdowns, and he was really like our only receiver. Hoskins was solid too, but 0 receiving touchdowns. And Christian Mahogany was horrible, so we should probably look for a new left tackle, but Zach Tom just randomly... I love the consistency in this game. 2 years ago, he allowed 22 sacks. This year, he allowed 2. That's cool. But on defense, 124 tackles for Quincy Williams, 11 TFLs for Ojamo led the team, and finally, 19 sacks for Max Crosby. I don't really know what was happening with him. Like, maybe this was just our scripted year to do well, and we still didn't make the playoffs. I don't know. Hopefully not, though. But 8.5 for Herbig, 6 for Ojamo. He's been really good. We need to re-sign him. He might get star dev. We'll see. But interceptions, 5 for Bland, 4 for Williams and Hickman, 3 for Evan Williams, 2 for Ivan Pace and Chris Abrams-Drain, and then 1 for a couple players. But all right, let's check out yearly awards. Again, this is very important for Dent. Hopefully he can win it. I mean, even if he doesn't, I saw he's up to an 80 overall, so maybe it's not the end of the world, but we'll see. But Joe Burrow wins another MVP. I think that's his second. Christian Kirk, is that his second Offensive Player of the Year? I think so. But Khalil Shakir at 5, Chuba Hubbard at 7. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aiden Hutchinson, Max Crosby at 2, of course. Of course. Quincy Williams at 6, but the big one, Offensive Rookie of the Year, can Jonathan Dent win it? I feel like he's going to get number 2, but we'll see. He does win it. Okay, huge. Nick Rose at number 8, but hey, I think we have a quarterback. Depends on how he does next year, but this should obviously help a ton. Should get star dev, and maybe he'll be up to like an 84 by the start of next year, 83, we'll see. That's massive. That was the thing we needed to happen in this rebuild. We still need a left tackle, but quarterback was the position I was not sure if we would get one. I mean, he was a projected first rounder, so we got, I guess, lucky, but he was, I mean, his skill level was in the range of where we took him, so he was like a 4th round talent. But all right, let's get into the offseason. We might do something in free agency finally, if there's someone available. I mean, that's a big if. I mean, really what we want to look for is a left tackle. I don't know if we're going to need to find that through the draft or free agency, or, I mean, I guess we could trade for one. Depends, though. But all right, let's get into the offseason. Ooh, I wish we re-signed Khalil Shakir at the midseason. He might get, well, if he doesn't get star dev, that's insane, but he's probably going to be more expensive now than he was. But the Seahawks win another Super Bowl. I mean, I guess I gave him like all of our first round picks, but no, they won this one without him, so that's fun. But all right, re-signings. Nah, no, you don't have almost 1,400 yards and not get star dev. That's maybe the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. That's insane. We'll give him player friendly, 4 years, 66. He takes it. And then Moro Jama was actually really good. I would go very player friendly, even up it, because I don't know if he would take that. 4 years, 57. I know he's only a 77 overall, but or 78, but he outplayed that. But all right, let's get into free agency. And we are hoping for an actually good class, but I don't know. Okay, it's all kickers and punters. Never mind. Is there a left tackle? Are there tackles? Jalen Moore might have been like a later pick. I can't remember. He was good for the Cardinals. I don't know if that was a full starting year though, but all right, looks like we're looking to the draft for a left tackle. Let's see. I want to do something. I guess I'll sign Jalen Coker. I don't know if I've ever seen him with star dev in this game either. He's always like a decent overall, but actually, I don't even know if we need him. I didn't focus scout receiver. That wasn't my main position, but it was like our 2-star for the SEC, I think. So, I mean, I might just not do anything again. Is that boring? Maybe, but like, what do you want me to do here? What is there to do? Depth players? I'm good. But all right, again, we have one major goal in this draft. That is left tackle. Can we find one? Hopefully. Oh, we did get some good dev traits on defense. Quincy Williams, superstar. Somehow Jamo didn't get star. Michael Pierce retired. Interesting. But Evan Williams got superstar. Deron Bland got star. Did Hickman get star? Did he have that? No, he got it. Okay, cool. None on offense that I didn't have to force, which is stupid, but maybe I should look for a defensive tackle. I mean, we're probably fine there, but just I'm not that interested in any of these players, honestly. Yeah, we'll be fine, I think. But okay, with Wait, did I trade my picks? Oh, I need to trade them away. Hold on. We have a first round pick. I'm cheating. Hold on. Y'all already know where these are going. Making the Seahawks a dynasty. Let's go. But all right, fourth round. Should we trade up? Here's the dilemma. Here's the problem. It's not that much of a problem, but there is a first to second round talent receiver that might go like right before we have a pick, but should we really be taking a receiver? No, here's the real dilemma that we can't really solve. There's Bradley Kelly, a top 5 talent center projected to go at 90, like the end of the third. We are just out of reach. So I'm like questioning if we should. No, here's what I'll do. I never use this, but let me go to next round. Let me go to next round again and next round again. So we're stopped at the Chargers 4th round pick, the first 4th round pick. I looked at the top right. I saw a lineman. I thought that was the guy. But is the center still available? No, he isn't. Okay, well, couldn't get him anyways. Ooh, the receiver's still available. He could still be there by the time we pick if we wanted him, which I don't know. We should worry about our line first. Ooh, there are Ooh, wait, Justin Taylor actually looks really good. I don't want to replace Jonathan Dent already, though. But, I mean, that QB looks kind of crazy. These defensive tackles aren't good. I thought Mabin would actually be a good player. I guess he has bad tackling, but A, finesse moves, B, block shed. Oh, I thought that was A, pursuit. It's A, hit power. I mean, still, man, I'm interested about Justin Taylor, though. He actually looks decent. But, all right, let's just get to our pick. We're not going to trade up. We only have a few picks, so let's see. We could go Ramirez if we wanted him, but we should go a lineman. Oh, no. All the second to third round talents are gone. Well, let's go with Juan Ramirez. You know, I mean, we could get Goofy here. Oh, no, both of the QBs are gone too. I bet those guys were good, especially the top one, whatever his name was. I already forgot, but Juan Ramirez, we'll take him. Rank 46, got him at 112, sure. I mean, he's not even going to start, though. That's the problem. Like, at this point, we're not really trading to, or we're not really picking for starters, so we maybe should trade for next year picks, but what are we even going to do with next year's picks? I don't know. It's just hard to get starters at this point. We just need like top level talent, which is hard to get here. But let's go with Dexter Altman. What a name. And then with our second 5th round pick, let's see. Dwight Flowers actually looks pretty good at middle linebacker. Elite speed and jumping, great acceleration. Sure. Ranked 84. I honestly thought he would be a lot better. I guess maybe he's just not the best in coverage, but I mean, he looks like a really good run defender. And then with our third 5th round pick, this one I might trade back. Do we have anyone scouted that's draftable? I guess we have receivers, but let's see. Tremaine Aldridge. He doesn't look bad. Projected to go 2nd to 3rd. He's still available, so there's probably something wrong with him, but actually looks decent. Sure. Ranked 106. Normal dev, though. That I thought for sure he would have hidden. That's tough. You know, believe it or not, drafting with only day 3 picks, not easy. Crazy, I know. All right, let's look for a blocking tight end. Y'all already know. Joey Peterson looks pretty good. Probably ranked like 73A. I mean, we have like 4 blocking tight ends now, but sure. Maybe we'll play him at tackle. I don't know. We'll give him the Jason Peters arc. Ooh, I got a 1st round talent kicker. Yippee. Super exciting. I just didn't want to have to worry about having to sign a kicker every year, honestly. I don't even remember where I got the extra. Oh, I shouldn't really have this 7th round pick, but I want to take Mr. Irrelevant. Who are we going to take here? Should I just go with like the #1 player on the board? Let me go with the defensive tackle. Super exciting pick. Trayvon Mabin. Don't even get to see if he's good. Actually, yeah, I do, but I can't move. Whatever. Here's how we did in the draft. This was a pretty good one, but we'll see how much that even matters. I don't think a single one of these players are going to start, unfortunately. Maybe Aldridge, if anyone, because, you know, Michael Pierce retired, and I guess Kyle Franklin. Super exciting. But yeah, I mean, we got good players again. Really didn't get very lucky with dev traits, though. I guess we got a few, but really the player I wanted to have one was Aldridge, but he didn't have one. Either way, though, let's get into year 4. And this year we should actually be pretty good. I think we have a good offensive playbook, good defensive playbook. We have a good team on paper. We have quarterback hopefully figured out. Just the 2 things that concern me a little bit are the run game, maybe, and still left tackle. You know what? Is there a left tackle I could trade for? I mean, what am I going to trade, though? We don't have early picks. Like, Jordan Mailata is at least famously on the channel. Absolutely horrible in simulation for some reason. But let's see. Rasheed Walker? Oh, at least he's consistent, I guess. I don't know. Well, I guess we're stuck with questions at left tackle, but hopefully we can figure it out. But this is I guess, an interesting trade. We're going to get a 2nd, 4th round pick this year. I'm going to trade AJ Barner. We we had too many tight ends and he was like the oldest out of the group. Everyone was like the same-ish overall. So I know he had a good first year, but that was the offensive scheme. So we're going to get a 4th round pick from the Cardinals for him. And that could be pretty important. We'll see. But all right, here we are heading into year number 4. Here's a look at the team. We are going to try Trey Smith at left tackle this year. Don't know how that's going to go. He might be horrible. We'll have to see. But I put Briscoe at left guard and I put Wallace at right guard. I felt like that was better than putting Altman at left guard because that's, I guess, an easier position to allow a ton of sacks. I guess you can at center in Madden too. We'll just see what happens. Hopefully it works out. But Dent did get star dev. I don't know if I showed that. Did I? I don't know. He got it for offensive rookie of the year, obviously, but that's massive. That's what we needed. And he should hopefully have an even better year this year in a much more pass-heavy offense. I feel like our defense could underperform this year, though. It is a lower overall than our offense now, surprisingly. Just, we don't really have anyone amazing on the D-line. I don't know how we're gonna get a good D-lineman, though. I mean, maybe I'll just set that as our focus position this year, so we can maybe get someone with hidden dev starting for the maybe final year. We'll see. We might go 6 years, though. I want to win a Super Bowl with this team. I'm not gonna wait 15 years for it to happen, but that's the goal, so we'll see. I feel like we're gonna be really close either way. But all right, once again, let's get to the midseason point, and hopefully we are doing well. We should be. Okay, we are 5-2 at the midseason. Finally doing super well. And hey, my prediction was good. Our offense is really good, but our defense is struggling. I just figured it would. I don't know why. I just know this game too well, I guess. And we have some pretty solid re-signings this year. Evan Williams, Trey Smith, Tareeb Still, Chuba Hubbard, Leonard Taylor's a starter. That's mostly it, but still a decent amount. And of course, none of them are interested at all. Like, why? We're actually good now. Tareeb Still is from Maryland. I don't know where he was born, but that was his college. I feel like that would at least bring in some interest, but I don't know. But all right, Evan Williams, I'll go very player friendly because we have to, and he does resign. I'm not even looking at the money. I'm just, money really hasn't been an issue for us. This is an expensive deal. I'm actually going to wait to resign Trey Smith. Y'all know I have the conspiracy theory, like if you resign someone at the midseason, it makes them play worse in the second half of the year. He's been pretty horrible though. Okay, we'll see. But still, I want back. He's really cheap. 4 years, 28. He takes it. And then Hubbard, I mean, I don't think we could find a better option than him, so we should probably bring him back. He doesn't resign. Cool. But we'll see. Should I mess with the O-line? Maybe. I'm shocked our offense has been good with 15 sacks allowed so far. I mean, that's not a crazy amount, but that's a good amount for 7 games. It really is just Trey Smith. But like, what do we do about that? I don't know. We might just have to take the L there, maybe. Hold on. Has he been improving at least? Or has he been playing bad recently? Okay, it's been recently, of course. 4 sacks allowed in the last 2 weeks. That's crazy. God, do I trust Briscoe, though? I definitely don't trust Nick Wallace with how he did at center last year. All right, we'll try Briscoe. I don't know how that's gonna go, but we'll move Smith back into left guard. It's risky, but I mean, our line hasn't been good anyways, so whatever. But all right, let's get to the end of the season, and hopefully our defense can improve. I don't really know if there's anything I can do to fix our defense this year. Nick Herbig, like, completely fell off. I don't know why. I mean, at least Crosby's been doing well, but a sack and a half for Herbig so far. We don't have many picks either. I don't know. This might just be a whole defense issue. Shocking. Almost like I called it. No way. But okay, here we are at the end of year number 4. And super quick, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to leave a like on the video. Again, if we can get to 2,000, did I say 2,000 or 2,500? I don't know. But be sure to leave a like if you want to see me do this same thing, but with a starting team with 0 players on it. Might be too hard, again, especially after doing this, but I mean, this hasn't gone super poorly, so maybe I'm more open to give that a shot. We'll see. I think I will, if y'all want to see it, of course. But again, let me know any ideas y'all have down in the comments for stupid challenges, and let me see, I've been forgetting to ask questions of the day. So question of the day, let me know this down in the comments. But I have an interesting one here that I can't remember if I've asked recently or not, but I feel like this is a hot debate that is a lot more, it's like shockingly one-sided to me. But let me know in the comments, who do you think deserves to be MVP in the NFL this season? Literally everyone I see like in like Instagram comment sections, I mean, maybe that's my problem, I'm looking at Instagram comment sections, but every single person I see says it's obviously Josh Allen and there's no question about it. I'm like, I don't know, at least statistically, Lamar's doing better, Joe Burrow's doing better. I know the Bengals are bad, but like, I don't know. It's a weird year. I'm shocked it's so one-sidedly everyone thinks it should be Josh Allen, but I mean, I'm not opposed to that. It's just weird it's so one-sided. But let me know who you think down in the comments should win MVP. I'm interested to see. I'm sure like 90% of them are gonna say Josh Allen because that's what I've been seeing, but maybe I'm just a Lamar/Joe Burrow truther. I don't know. But anyways, in year number 4, we ended up going 10-7, and we finally made the playoffs for the first time. I do want to check. We're up to an 87. I see the Broncos are also an 87, but where does that rank? Okay, it looks like the Seahawks are better at an 88, and the Eagles, and the Bengals, and the Titans. So we're like tied for 5th in terms of overall, with a starting team that was very limited, only guys who were taken day 3 or undrafted, and only adding players in day 3 or undrafted. We're doing pretty well here. I'm surprised we've gotten this far, but Jonathan Dent, 43, almost 4,400 yards, 37 touchdown passes, 11 interceptions. Insane. What a pick he was in the 4th round. I should have gone in the first. Well, he shouldn't have gone in the first based off of talent, but how he's playing so far, maybe should have. But Chuba Hubbard had, I guess, maybe his best year here, debatably, at least for yards per carry. And then Khalil Shakir, 1,250 yards, 15 touchdowns, 1,100 for Jennings, 1,000 for Nick Rose. Sounds good to me. And Trey Smith really sucked. And Nick Wallace allowed 8 sacks at right guard. I want to say some things to him that I can't say in a YouTube video. That's tough. But Dylan Briscoe was really good at left tackle. That's cool. So I guess for the final year, we'll risk it with Briscoe at left tackle, a 6'2" left tackle. That's what you love to see. We'll put Smith at... I don't know, he just wasn't good, but he's been good at left guard, so we'll try that again. And then I don't know what we're gonna do with Nick Wallace. He might just, maybe we'll put him back at center and then Altman at right guard, but Altman was actually good at center. I don't know. But Quincy Williams, 109 tackles, TFL's 13 for Crosby led the team, and sacks, 15.5 for Max Crosby, 7 for Ojamo. He's been, I don't know how he hasn't gotten star dev. He's been a monster. Only 6 for Herbig though. I don't know what happened to him, but 4 picks for Hickman, 2 for Williams, and then 1 for 4 different players. A lot less picks than last year, but still a pretty good amount. But MVP goes to Joe Burrow for the millionth time. Good Lord. Jonathan Dent at number 6. I like doing these fantasy drafts. The MVP always gets goofy. Like we got Bo Nix up here. Bryce Young, that happens sometimes, but it's a little different than the usual Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow, Allen, Jalen Hurts, top 5 every single year. But Bryce Young wins Offensive Player of the Year. Khalil Shakir at 3. Jonathan Dent at 7. That would have been huge to get Superstar Dev for Shakir. I didn't expect him to win it, but it's interesting he was that close. And we get cucked for Defensive Player of the Year again. Micah Parsons takes it this year. Max Crosby at 2. Great. Isaiah McGuire up there. That's fun. I guess he's an underrated player for sure. But let's see. Joey Peterson at number 8 for Offensive Rookie of the Year, but Defensive Rookie of the Year, we get number 2 to a division rival. Dalvin Edison wins it for the Bengals. Tremaine Aldridge at number 2. We're getting so unlucky with the awards, man. We're getting number 2 for like everything. At least we got Offensive Rookie of the Year for Dent. That's the one that mattered most, but everything else has been unlucky for awards at least. But I mean, hey, on the bright side, Aldridge did develop a lot. He's up to an 80 overall, 81 with morale, so that was a good pick. And I mean, he had a really good rookie year. I'm surprised he didn't take Defensive Rookie of the Year, but oh well. But all right, now in the playoffs, obviously, for the first time, we're going to be taking on the Denver Broncos. Who's their quarterback? Did they have like Aaron Rodgers or something? I can't remember. Oh no, they had Josh Allen. They also have Antoine Winfield, Marshawn Lattimore, Pat Freiermuth, Garrett Wilson. Oh yeah, they've had Christian Kirk, now up to X Factor. They have a really good young corner in Ben Culliver. This is a pretty good team. The only thing is, I don't know if they had a good run game. I don't think these guys do well in Madden because they're not already established like top running backs in real life. But they have a really good secondary and a really good QB/receiving core, a good pass game probably. Never mind, they were 28th for passing yards. That makes sense, definitely. All right. Let's see. Can we beat the Broncos in the wild card? We get smoked 21-7. All right, whatever. Let's get into the offseason. The possibly final offseason. We'll make one final push for a Super Bowl. We could make 2 final pushes. We'll see. Again, I'm open to go into a year 6 if we're like really close next year. But I don't want to finish on a bad year. We'll just see. But I'll re-sign Trey Smith. Is he going to be cheaper if I move him back into left guard, or is it going to change it? Is it too late? He is interested at least. Oh, it does make him cheaper. He does re-sign. That's cool. Oh, and Chuba Hubbard regressed a decent amount. I don't want to go into possibly the final year without a running back in simulation. That's not a Not a good way to do it. But he does re-sign, surprisingly. Leonard Taylor, I guess I'll bring back. He's not, never mind, he doesn't want to. Okay, cool. And then pretty much everyone else is just depth. This has gone a lot better than I expected, though. This hasn't been too bad so far, but we still need a playoff win, so I guess I can't say it's gone great, and we're still chasing the Super Bowl win. But all right, free agency for possibly the final time. We're gonna sign players here no matter what, but who do we want to sign? Unfortunately, there isn't a great running back here. There isn't really a receiver. I guess we could sign like Jordan Whittington if we wanted, but I don't know if I want to. No left tackles. I guess Alaric Jackson, but he's been horrible, so I'm good. Again, Jalen Moore's here. You know what? I will sign Jalen Moore just as like an emergency piece. Again, we might as well just sign whoever here. Like Zach Sealer, sure. Who can we sign at defensive tackle? What round was Kenny Clark? Was he or no, I think he was a first round pick, like a late first. Yeah, so never mind on that. Bobby Brown, I guess. I think he was a 4th round pick. Charles O'Menahue, he was a 5th round pick. And we'll try to bring Leonard Taylor back. Oh, Jamian Sherwood, he was like a 6th round pick. Oh, never mind. He has offers. Okay, cool. My fault. Hold on. What round was Zach Bond taken in? 3rd round. Damn it. I mean, Diamador Lenore, classic 49ers trash talker just to go 6-9 or whatever they are. Ooh, what round was Brandon Jones? Was he a 2nd? Hold on. 3rd round. I feel like a lot of players, there are a lot of good players that were 3rd round picks. That's like the cutoff for the most part. It's tough. Oh, I think Dadrian Taylor Demerson was a 4th round pick. Yeah, he was. Okay, he counts. I don't know if he's even going to play, but again, we're just signing whoever. Now, I should save a little money because I think I want to trade for a running back, and we can restructure these deals. Actually, we haven't restructured like any deals. Not that we really need to, but we could. You know what? For that reason, let me also offer Jordan Meredith like a cheap deal just so we have O-line depth. And let's see out of these guys who wants to sign. Hopefully we can get all of them. And it looks like we did pretty much. Still Lenore and Meredith haven't signed yet, but we do get Lenore and Meredith. I don't know. That's not the end of the world. But let me restructure all these contracts and we should have a good amount of money. I don't necessarily know what we're going to do with that, but again, we might trade for a player. It's going to be tough with no actual good draft picks, but we'll see. Whoa. I don't think I've ever seen that before. The Bills went, what, 20-0? I'm glad I noticed that. 17-0 in the regular season, and they crushed the Eagles in the Super Bowl. What got into the Bills? I guess Bryce Young got into the Bills. Pause, I guess. But I have literally, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I think I've seen 17-0 from like the Cowboys, go figure, but I don't think they won the Super Bowl. That's insane. Bryce Young is just the best quarterback to ever live. I don't know. What can I say? I'm glad Bryce Young finally decided to make me not look insane for liking him more than I liked CJ Stroud. Took a while, but he's finally getting there. Now that I say that, he's gonna suck again, probably. Who knows? Okay, maybe this is cheating a little bit because I shouldn't have access to 3rd round picks, but it was close, and I feel like the trade we were offering for a 29-year-old running back here was fair. We're given 2 4ths, Jarius Moses, and now I guess a 3rd round pick, which, whatever, I don't really care. We're giving all that for Jalen Warren. He is, you know, like the same age, same overall as Chuba Hubbard at this point, but it looks like he's been doing a lot better. He had 5.1 yards per carry this year, 4.5 last year, which is weird because usually he's not great in this game, but he's been good here. There's also, what round was Kyron Williams? He was a 5th round pick too, but I definitely don't think we could trade to afford to trade for him. But either way, we'll take Jalen Warren. But all right, let's get into our final draft. No 4th round picks for our final draft, unfortunately, but we'll see what happens. Also, Tylen Grable would be a 78 overall at tight end. That's interesting. But all right, in our final draft, I keep forgetting to trade our picks away. Hold on. You already know who they're going to. But of course, we don't have a 4th round pick this year. We traded them away. I mean, we could swap a player for a 4th round pick if we wanted to. Would a team want Dwight Flowers? Oh, the Jets aren't looking great at linebacker. Maybe the Jets. Because yeah, I want a 4th round pick. Maybe we don't even get someone as good as Flowers with that pick, but whatever. It's not a great 4th round pick either, but at least it is one. Now let's see. Okay, I focus scouted some linemen this year. It looks like Hutchinson and Palmer are pretty good, so they might have to be the picks here. There is also a 1st to 2nd round talent defensive tackle, Clayton Spearman, so we'll probably take him round 5 if he's still available. He should be, probably. Oh wait, who's that? Cordell Mayer? I don't know if that A to C zone is real. Might just be a C. Awareness. Why'd I say zone? And then there was a 2nd to 3rd round talent receiver. He looks all right, but I think I'll just go with one of the linemen first. I think I'll go with the guard, but Palmer is a scheme fit. Yeah, let's go with Palmer. Ranked 156, got him at 115, hidden dev, sounds good. He'll be a backup guard probably. And then round 5, hopefully the defensive tackle's still here. He isn't, damn it. All right, well, that's tough. Not that he would have played anyways, but still. I guess we'll go with Whiteside maybe, but like receiver's the last thing we need. I mean, we maybe need a really good one, but other than that, I don't know. We could go with Kevin Massey. Isn't that the like one actor who's maybe a questionable person? No, Kyle Massey, whatever. But I don't know. I'll just go with Quincy Whiteside, I think, because I don't know what else to do. That sucks that defensive tackle went. I figured he might, but oh well. Whiteside's decent. No dev trait, obviously, because he's a slot receiver, but oh well. We're in the 5th round. What should we really be expecting here? And then, I don't know, at least Steve Jenkins is draftable. Sure. Ranked 195, got him at 184. Great pick. Unless is there a position we don't have enough of? Maybe we need depth just because I'm lazy and don't feel like signing a free agent. A safety, all right. Cam Combs has a pursuit. Sure, he sucks. Awesome. But all right, here's how we did in our final draft. I mean, that was a quick fall off, but we got a backup lineman, which is what we needed, and a backup receiver who's decent. So we did what we could. We did what we needed. I should be checking. Has there been like anyone? I don't know if I should check because it might make me a little sad, but there have been actually some pretty good players in each round. Oh, Lynn Shirley. I don't even think we had him focus scouted. Wait, George Glenn. Didn't we have this guy scouted? I thought he was, or no, he went before we picked. Never mind. There goes Clayton Spearman, of course. And Massey was pretty decent. So there were definitely some players we missed out on, but I mean, we got good players in those rounds, so it is what it is. Oh, I thought that said free safety. No, it was a fullback. Okay, whatever. But all right, let's get into what should be the final year, and we should be pretty good. But okay, here is a look at the team heading into what is probably the final year. We are now up to an 88 overall. We've been pretty successful here. I mean, the drafting hasn't been perfect, but it's been pretty good to get a now 89 overall superstar QB. You know, we've gotten superstar devs almost as many as we get in normal rebuilds. It's kind of crazy. I guess we gained them, but we at least drafted 2. Our defense was definitely built more through the fantasy draft, but I mean, at least we got Aldridge. Kind of crazy that that's our only starter that we drafted throughout this. We've just been more focused on offense, I guess. But this is actually a super fun challenge. It's like, I don't know, it sounds harder than it actually is unless I got lucky here. I don't know. I was thinking it would go a lot worse, but I want to see, did we achieve our goal of the highest overall team in the league? That's always my major goal in rebuilds, because that's like the one thing I can actually control over record and everything like that. So at an 88, I would guess we are not the highest, but I bet we're close. The Seahawks are an 88. They're tied with us. Well, hold on. The Bengals are an 88. Never mind. Oh, okay. The Titans, they're an 89. We're tied for 2nd in terms of overall. We are so close. We're right there, man. Hopefully we can pass them up by the end of the year. I bet we have a younger team than the Titans. They just have Patrick Mahomes. So they must have had the number 1 pick, I would guess, or really close to it, like 2 or 3. Oh, you know what I'm realizing? I might have forgotten to do snake draft. Not that it really matters in this rebuild because we're so limited anyways, but on like who we could draft in the fantasy draft, but still, I might have forgotten to do that. Oh well. But yeah, we are tied for 2nd. So by the end of this year, can we develop enough to become the best team in the league? I think, should we get to the midseason? I guess so, because we might do a year 6. Maybe. So let's get to the midseason point and we will see how this team is doing. We should be really, really good. I say that and we're going to be 2-5 probably. Can't wait. But okay, we are 5-2. We'll take it. I don't know if there's going to be much for us to do here. I just wanted to make sure everything was good. Our offense, we were really good that first year, but these last couple years it's been kind of mid. Well, no, it ended up being good last year, right? I don't know. I forgot to make, well, I guess it didn't really matter much, but I forgot to make Jalen Warren like the 3rd down running back and the power back, but I did that now, so he should get even more touches compared to Hubbard. But receiving, we're very spread out, and this game, man, other than our 2 actual good linemen, nobody's allowed a sack. Of course. This game, man, it drives me insane. More than a video game should. And this year, Max Crosby just sucks again, but Nick Herbig's back. All right. At least we're good. I'm surprised we're good, but this just feels like one of those years. Do we have anyone to re-sign for a maybe final year? Oh, we don't have the money. Okay, well, that's tough. So this might have to be the final year. I mean, maybe we can restructure, but we hopefully won't have to find out. So let's get to the end of the year. Do we want to bench anyone? I mean, we could bench Trey Smith because he's been kind of bad the last couple years. Last year he was straight up bad. This year he's been bad so far. I mean, we have Jordan Meredith. He's been good for the Raiders this year. We have Aaron Palmer bummer. I don't know if I want to trust a rookie, though. We'll just stick it with Trey Smith. He hasn't been bad enough to bench. But let's get to the end of the year, and we'll see what happens. And I mean, this is the year. We either win a playoff game or we don't. I mean, the goal is a Super Bowl, but again, let's just see what happens. If we miss the playoffs, though, I gotta do a year 6. We can't finish it on that. Man, are you kidding me? We finished 10-7, and we miss the playoffs. Dog, I've had rebuilds where there are like 7, not 7, well, no, probably like 8 or 9-8 teams in the playoffs, and we don't even make it at 10-7 here. That's crazy. All right, well, we're going to a year 6. Dent honestly wasn't that good. This was just a simulation forced down season. Like, I always say this, but there are certain years where it feels like you can't do well no matter what. This was one of those. Wow, Briscoe had a horrendous second half of the year. He was amazing in the first half. He hadn't allowed any sacks, and then in the last 10 games, he allowed 9 sacks, so that's fun. But, whoa, Tremaine Aldridge. Our defense showed up, at least in terms of pressure and picks. Let's see, Bryce Young wins MVP. Josh Downs wins Offensive Player of the Year. I don't know if we're going to have any Ravens. Maybe defense. Yeah, Tremaine Aldridge at number 4 for Defensive Player of the Year, but that's it. Best D lineman, probably 2. Wait, all the way down at 5 for Best D lineman? All right. We get cucked for Best Linebacker. Man, we just cannot win awards. That sucks. But all right, we're going to do a final year. Oh, I should check. Damn it, we're up to an 89. All right, I bet the Titans are at a 90. Or I bet someone hit a 90. Yeah, the Titans did. But we're like tied for second. I mean, if we would have done as well as we should have, we probably would have hit a 90 just from that little extra development from actually doing well. But all right, let's get into the final year. No matter what, year 6, the end of this. I feel like this has happened a few times recently where we've gone 10-7, but still missed the playoffs. It's crazy. But it looks like the Titans win the Super Bowl here, even though that's not what it says. And we do have a little bit of money. Now, we're obviously going to restructure everything we can. We should be able to free up more money. I didn't restructure everything last year, so there still should be some stuff. There definitely is. Okay, we should be good, I think. I hope. Damn, we've sent a lot of free agents here. There are so many restructures. Okay, I don't think that was all of them, but if we do need more, I can look through, and there will probably be a few more that'll save like $1 million or $2 million, but we need to re-sign Nick Wallace, which how did he do this year? It seems like last year was just kind of a fluke maybe, because he's been pretty good every other year. Really good this year. Max Crosby we need back, even though he's been disappointing, honestly. I was gonna say kind of disappointing, but no, he's been disappointing. He's still been fine. He's been good in a few years. He ended up being good this year. He had 2 really good years and then 2 really disappointing years, so I don't know. But I would go player friendly. We'll tag him if we have to. He does take it. Okay, cool. And then Hoskins, I don't think we would have much of a replacement at tight end, so we'll re-sign him. Damn, Jalen Warren really regressed. We're gonna need a running back again. I mean, obviously I was planning on last year being the final year, but we'll go 4 years, 89 for Nick Wallace. He takes it. Now let me restructure those deals and maybe some others because we do need more money. Ooh, that didn't save much. That only saved $1 million. Ooh, Nick Wallace, that saves 3. Uh-oh. Hoskins, that saves 1.5. I thought those would save more, honestly. Juwan Jennings, that saves some money. I could have maybe just released him too, though, but whatever. But I definitely want Dylan Briscoe back. He was really good. I'll go 3 years, 34. He takes it. So let me restructure that one. That saves $2 million. And then I think we're good. No other starters, really. Just Quincy Williams, but he's 33. But yeah, we're gonna need a running back, so we'll see. Is there anyone we could release, maybe? I mean, we don't really need Bobby Brown or Zach Sealer that bad. Neither of them are starters. But all right, let's get into free agency, and hopefully there's a good running back. I mean, I doubt it. At least one that would, you know, fit our needs. Undrafted or day 3 player. Oh, it's a very, very good free agent class, though. At least for QB. Ooh, Jordan Mailata's here. I mean, we could sign him, but I'm good. There are some okay running backs. Can we sign any of these guys? Ray Davis was a 3rd round pick, I think. Or no, he was 4th, but I don't know if he would do that well. He had a good year, but nah. I think we're just gonna have to trade for one, unless like Devin Lambert was a 4th round pick or something. Oh, he was a 5th. Okay, hold on. I don't know if he would actually do well, but he at least has superstar dev. The Commanders also want him. He's definitely not gonna sign with us. I feel like I've had such bad luck lately with players signing with other teams, even though we have an equal or better offer. I hate it. And let's see, linebackers. offers to replace Quincy Williams. Chris Cooper, we could sign him. Either him or Kazim Silver. That's a hard name for me to say for some reason. Okay, both were 4th round picks. I mean, Silver's cheaper and he has star dev, but he's a year older and has more offers. We can get a lead for him. How about Cooper? Okay, we can't get a lead for him. Okay, I would go Silver then. So, all right, Silver and Lambert. It would be nice to get both. I don't know that Lambert would do that well, but we need something at running back because ours regressed and they're not going to do well anyways. So we'll hope that Lambert can somehow do well. We might look for a rookie running back. I mean, maybe we can luck into a really good one. That's going to be hard, but we'll see. These two, Lambert signed. He goes to the Commanders. Big surprise. Almost like I knew it. And I don't even think we're going to get Silver. All right, well, we still need to trade for a running back. Great. Again, that's I don't know about the position you need to have in simulation, but it's up there. We do at least get Silver. Okay. But yeah, we need a running back. Was there one who did well that we could reasonably trade for? Kyron Williams. I mean, he fits, but we can't afford him. Oh, wait, hold on. This isn't, I mean, it's weird to do player for player trades, but I mean, this isn't a realistic rebuild or anything, clearly. Oh, okay, hold on. We might have something here. Would I want to give up Juan Ramirez, though? How about Quincy Whiteside? Oh, that's so close. I would do I want to give up a 4th and a 6th? That's like almost all of our picks. Oh, they don't even take the 6th. We would have to do a 5th, but I mean, this is what we need. So we are going to give Alex Smith, Ronnie Hickman, and Quincy Whiteside a 4th and a 5th for Kyron Williams. That honestly seems like, well, it seems like a pretty good deal for us. I mean, this is a very good deal for us, but just like objectively speaking, we're kind of giving a lot for a 29-year-old running back, but this is well worth it for us. Oh yeah, and the reason I was fine with trading Ronnie Hickman is because we have Dadrian Taylor-Demerson, so he'll just step in as a starter. I was seeing if they would take him, but they wanted Hickman a lot more, but I'm fine with that. But all right, let's get to the draft where our first pick is going to be a 6th round pick. Doesn't that sound fun? Surely we'll get a good player. But okay, of course, no picks until the 6th round, even the late 6th, because we were actually decent this year, unfortunately. I mean, I guess it's good that we can do well, but for draft picks, I wish we weren't good. Now, what makes it extra unfortunate is Richard Tompkins is going to go like a couple picks before our first one, and we don't really have the picks to trade up, so that's fun. Let me see, how good were my focus scouts? I focus scouted a receiver. I don't remember which one it was, though. Oh, okay, he's good. Dalton Belton, 2nd to 3rd round talent. There was a right guard, Dane Barnett, 2nd to 3rd round talent, and then a defensive tackle. Okay, he's not good. Ooh, I see why he's not good. He has F player ec, apparently, but he had good awareness and power moves. But all right, 6th round, let's go. Oh, it's lagging. What was that? But all right, I don't really know what I want to do this year, because obviously the good players are gone. I guess I'll just go with Dalton. I keep wanting to call him Dane Belton. Dalton Belton. Not that this is gonna make an impact, but sure. Ranked 79 and no dev trait. Yippee. Why am I even showing these picks, man? They don't matter. I just want a playoff win. Is that too much to ask? Please. Let's see, there's probably a good fullback in here somewhere. Actually, I don't know. Maybe not anymore. Yeah, because that's what we need, a fullback. Hey, I know someone with that exact name. That's cool. Shout out. All right, let's go Brian Stevenson. He looks kind of ass, but we don't really have much of a choice. No, hold on. I should look a little harder first before I just give up on the draft. I mean, it is the 7th round, so you couldn't really blame me for giving up on this draft, but still. Jimmy Sims looks okay. That's like a alternate reality Johnny Sins. That's gross. All right, I'll just go with Stevenson. He probably sucks. I bet you he does, but I don't, yeah, 228, whatever. But okay, Belton is a 73, and we'll take it. The CPU picked Damian Cumberland. I mean, he has hidden dev, but he's a 66 overall, so that's going to be tough, especially as a backup. But you know what? We'll just imagine that draft was spent on Kyron Williams, and that makes it worth it. That makes it seem a lot better. But let's get into this final season. And now that we have a running back that should do super well, I mean, I actually feel really good about the team. But okay, here is a look at the team heading into, for sure, the final year. No matter what happens, if we go 0-17, this is the final year. We gotta call it quits. The team really can't get much better than this anyways. Like, we're almost out of money. This is like our peak. So if we can't win a playoff game, I mean, our goal is the Super Bowl, but at this point, I just want to win a playoff game. If we can't do that with this team, then I don't even know. This is a very good roster, up to an 89 heading into the year. And of course, I gotta check. Where does it rank? I would guess not the best, but I would guess close. I mean, really our major competitor here is the Titans. The Bucks are also an 89. That's interesting. That kind of came out of nowhere. Same with the Bills. But hey, the Titans are only an 88, so we have mostly achieved our goal. We are at least tied as the highest overall team. I want to be separated, but being tied is, you know, that's pretty close. Being tied for the best is still the best, I guess. But we'll see if we can separate as the highest overall team by the end of the year. But yeah, new linebacker, new running back. Hopefully that can make the difference and push us over the edge to actually be a great team this year like we should be. But let's just get straight to the end of the year. I'll get to the midseason to make everything, or to make sure everything's going well, but we will see how we end up doing. We should be very good, obviously. Man, I hate to end this off on a negative note because this was a really fun rebuild, but we were the highest overall team in the league. I want y'all to take a guess at what our record ended up being. This is gonna go down in the history books. I used to reference the 4-13 Lions season we had when we were the highest overall team in the league. I don't even know if we were the highest. We might have just been close, but take a solid guess at what we ended up going. I'll give y'all a second. I mean, you can see the morale here. And this is gonna have to be the final year because we have negative 58 mil in cap space. We don't really have a choice. Our team's gonna fall apart. In the final year, this is a great, super well-made game, by the way. This is like a game made by a multi-billion-dollar company, by the way. By only upgrading the roster, we were 10-7 last year, which we should have even been better then. We ended up going 3-14. I guessed 0-17. That wasn't a bad guess. Not bad at all. I love this game. I am gonna try this challenge again at some point, because this should have gone better. We just got horrendously unlucky with how this team did in simulation. That's crazy.